Today, we've got a really practical and honestly super fun topic. We're going to explore 10 simple, engaging discussion questions all about weather, climate, and the seasons. By the time we wrap up, you're going to have a ton of great ideas and vocabulary to help you talk about the environment around you naturally and confidently. Let's get started. Here is question number 1. If you could order the weather for one perfect day, what would it be like? Think about the temperature, sky, rain, or wind. What would you do on that day? Take a second to really picture this. I want you to imagine the sensory details. Can you feel a cool breeze on your face? Is it perfectly sunny, maybe around 25 degrees, and you're out having a picnic? Or, hey, maybe your perfect day is actually a dark, cozy, rainy afternoon, where you can stay indoors and just read a great book.
So the crucial point here is there is absolutely no right or wrong answer. It's entirely about your personal preference and sharing the specific details that paint a picture for your listener.
Moving on to question 2. What season in Taiwan makes you feel most comfortable and why? Share a small moment, like a smell, a place, or a routine that proves it. When you answer this, try to tap into your senses. Do you love the crisp smell of autumn air? Or maybe you have a daily morning walking routine in the spring, just before it gets too hot out. Think of one simple, small moment that really shows why you love that season. All right, question 3. Which kind of weather in Taiwan drains you the most? Is it the heat, humidity, rain, or cold snaps? How does it change your energy, patience, or sleep? Now, the word drains here just means it makes you feel completely exhausted or tired. So, for example, maybe the sticky, heavy humidity in July completely drains your physical energy. Or maybe you notice you lose your patience really easily during a sudden winter cold snap. Think about how your body and mood react.
Well, we've just talked about how the weather makes us feel physically, right? But the weather is also deeply, deeply connected to our emotions and our memories.
Which brings us to question 4. When you think of summer, or any season you choose, what's the first memory or image that pops up? Why do you think it stuck with you? You can keep this really simple and relatable. Maybe the first image in your mind is eating sweet shaved ice with your friends, or maybe it's hearing the loud cicadas in the trees, or taking a fun family trip to the beach. Why do you remember it? Probably because it made you feel completely relaxed and carefree. Now, what's really interesting about this next one is how it connects to personality. Question 5. What's your go-to weather habit? For example, iced drinks, hot soup, staying indoors, walking at night, or checking the forecast every hour. What does it say about you? Your daily actions actually say a lot about who you are. If you're checking your weather app every single hour, maybe you're someone who likes to be super prepared and organized. Or if you love taking walks at night, maybe you're someone who really values peace and quiet. But you know, sometimes the weather is just a bit too intense, and we just need to get away to find that perfect, comfortable temperature. Question 6 is all about that getaway. Where do you feel is the best place to escape Taiwan's summer heat or winter chill? Mountains, forest, seaside, a cafe, or another country? Describe your ideal spot like you're recommending it to a friend. Imagine you're literally giving a friend advice right now. You could say something like, you should really go hide in a cool, shady forest up in the mountains. Or, honestly, the best place to escape the cold is to just order a hot coffee in a warm, quiet cafe. Okay, question 7. Think of a time the weather saved your day or ruined it. What happened and how did you adjust? This is a fantastic chance to practice telling a short story. Did a sudden heavy rainstorm completely ruin your outdoor hiking plans? If so, how did you adjust to that? Maybe you decided to stay inside, order a pizza, and watch a great movie instead, and it actually turned a ruined day into an amazing one.
Let's move on and see how this builds, because now we need to talk about a type of extreme weather that everyone in Taiwan is very, very familiar with.
Question 8 asks, are typhoons always bad weather for you? What's one thing you dislike most about them and one unexpected benefit, even a small one? Obviously, the intense wind and heavy rain can be dangerous and scary. That part is really easy to dislike. But I want you to think about an unexpected benefit. Have you ever gotten a surprise typhoon day off from work or school, which finally lets you catch up on some much-needed sleep? That is a perfect, simple example you could share.
Question 9 shifts our focus to the bigger picture. What's one change you've noticed in recent years that makes climate change feel real to you, either in Taiwan or from news and social media? How does it affect your choices or worries? Try to think about simple, observable things. Do the summers feel noticeably hotter and longer now than when you were a kid? Are you seeing strange, intense rainstorms popping up on your social media feeds? These are very accessible ways to describe how a massive concept like climate change actually feels real in your daily life. It's totally normal to feel a bit worried when we talk about big global issues like climate change. But the key is connecting those big global ideas to our personal daily routines. And this brilliantly illustrates our final question, number 10. In your daily life, what's one habit you suspect increases your carbon footprint? Think about transportation, air conditioning, shopping, food, or delivery. What's one realistic change you could actually keep for a month, and what would make it easier? By the way, your carbon footprint is just a way of saying how much your daily actions impact the environment. Do you ride a scooter everywhere? Do you leave the AC running all night long? Maybe a realistic change for you is taking the bus twice a week or using a fan instead of the AC for a few hours. And just like that, we've walked through all 10 questions together. You now have a solid foundation of vocabulary and ideas to talk about the weather, share your memories, and even discuss climate change. So I want to leave you with this final thought. What is your story?
Beyond Norm's input and output training helps you share Taiwan with foreigners all around the world.